someone that was calling you father, somebody that you were changing their diapers, somebody that you were feeding. How can you automatically detach those emotional feelings? I feel like that's. I understand the pain, but that's almost kind of heartless.
That you pinned another human's child on me. That is heartless. That is actually very disgusting behavior. And it now becomes about his reaction, not about your actions of being a whore. It's not even about that. It's now about him reacting to the whorish ways.
You see the problem right there. You have automatically judged a woman that she was being a whore.
She got pregnant by another person and pinned it on me. That's whore behavior.
That is not whore behavior because you don't know the details.
I might be with your boy OTY, aka African Teddy Bear, and you are welcome to another episode of the Pepper Soup Room. Yes, where we keep it hot and spicy for you every day with nice, gist, and interesting topics. All right, I got my beautiful co-host in the studio with me, the beautiful, amazing Emma Emerson.
Hi guys, how y'all doing?
See how I ain't talk about your wig this time? See, y'all see how I didn't do that, but that's cool.
Why must you bring up my wig every time?
I'm bringing up how I didn't bring up
your hair.
I brought up how I didn't.
Today I'm giving you guys natural.
Natural. You said natural.
It's natural, okay? Kinky hair, beach wave, nice, natural. Can't stand you.
I think our definitions are natural skewed.
I want to thank you all so much for joining us. Ignore this guy over here, okay? We're going to make you guys enjoy our show today because we have so many hot topics coming up. Yes, things are happening, okay? Mm-hmm. So now, recently, we don't discuss politics here, but I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had regarding a particular topic that I feel like everyone can relate to. So as of recent, we have Vice President J.D. Vance being questioned, about being a Christian, his own Christianity, being a Christian and marrying a woman who is practicing Hindu. And my question is, does it make you any less of a Christian to marry a non-Christian? And is it right for you to finally marry a non-Christian and still hope that they convert? And if they don't convert, whose religion should the kids pick? The father or the mother's?
This is why I don't subscribe to religion, bro.
Why?
It limits you. It puts you in a box. It does. It's really what religion does. And what people don't understand, religion is really just like culturally based, right?
Okay.
Like your religion is supposed to be how your culture or religion. Let me not say your religion. Religion in general, when they are formed, when each religion is formed, right? It's based on how that culture decides to interact with a higher power.
Yeah.
Right. So the main focus should be: do you agree there's a higher power? And if you do, and I do, then that's it. However you decide to communicate with that higher power, it's irrelevant to me, really. Like, but you accept that there's a God, right? And I accept there's a God. And that's all that matters to me.
Well, I think that comes to play when you have things. I mean, that's good and great. You're so open-minded about that. It's awesome, but it does play a role even with how your family navigates religion. We're either going Sundays to church, or we're going to Easter, or we're going to a Buddhist temple, or not even going to anything at all. And for me, even though we can be open-minded, I feel like when it comes to marriage, if you call yourself a true Christian, you should only marry believers.
Really, honestly.
If you say, because I would feel like you would be left out if I am decorating the house with Christmas ornaments and you don't believe in Christianity. Or let's say you were a Jew and then you decided to marry a Christian and Jews have a weird understanding of who Christ is. And you will now see that play out even in some of those traditions that you set in your family. And so some people may look at you like you're not, like love conquers all, but I really feel like it doesn't when it comes to religion.
So I can agree with you where that comes into place. If you guys are devout in your religion, then you shouldn't be with somebody who isn't in that same religion as you.
Yeah.
But for him to marry someone who practices Hinduism, right, who's a Hindu, and he's a Christian, and I'm almost certain this dude is not a devout Christian. He's just a Christian because, I mean, they tell you to fill out a form. You just put Christian because y'all went to church one time. Or
right,
whatever.
right.
Not because he's really like a solid like Christian. I'm a believer of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Because that contradicts it by you marrying someone who's who's Hindu. Right?
Yeah.
And you ain't even go to one of the religions that's like close to Christianity.
Right.
You went all the way out
there. All the way out.
So that even shows me you ain't even like really like a Christian. You dig what I'm saying? So
exactly.
So to him, I feel like they're cool because she probably isn't like some devout Hindu. Because I'm pretty sure she wouldn't marry a Christian, devout Christian, right? So they pretty much just humans who have
other
these
values.
kind of, not even all of that, they just have these backgrounds. Yeah. He has a Christian background. He raised up with Christian parents.
Yeah.
She was raised up with Hindu parents. Now, are they devout in those religions? I don't think so because they wouldn't if they were going to get with each other. So that's what I think about it.
Yeah.
Now, as far as raising the kids, I think if you are, this is a mixed family, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But mixed religion. I mean, it's mixed family because she's Hindu. More than likely, she's like from India.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Hindus who aren't Indians. But either way.
He's white.
She's Indian, right? Or whatever.
South Asian.
Something like that. So it's already a mixed relationship, right? So let's say now you got a white and a black couple. Yeah. There's certain things white people do, like traditionally or whatever, and certain things black people do. And like if you're in that kind of family, you would try to mix it up and like, incorporate everything, right? So if we were to have kids and like I'm from a different religious background and this person from a different religious background, we could both let the kids pick what they want. We expose them to both, right? And then let them pick what makes them comfortable.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're not even so solidly fixed in whatever we have to where we will be so fixated on our kids have to be this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm marrying a Hindu person, I'm not that strong in my Christianity to do that. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be that gung-ho about my kids being like on the Christian side. You know what I'm saying? It's like, figure it out, bro. Whatever worked for you, work for you. Only thing I would be more concerned about is if my kids like are atheists. Like I would want them to at least be like, yo, I believe in God.
Yeah.
You know, and have developed their own personal relationship with him. But like, how you do that, man? That has nothing to do with me. I don't care.
Like for me, even with Christianity, there are different types of Christians. I don't even believe in mixing and mingling even with that. Like, I know I had some Jehovah's Witness friends that don't celebrate birthdays, and I'm like, okay.
Because you like getting gifts. That's the only reason you couldn't do that religion.
I like to celebrate others,
Bullshit.
and I like others to celebrate me. OT.
Bullshit.
It's not all about money with
There's
me.
nothing wrong with being materialistic, man.
No,
it's okay.
I can be materialistic and still be thoughtful of others.
All right.
You know?
Sure.
But here's the thing. If we don't, and here's values align. You know, you may not be a devout Christian today, but tomorrow that might change. And you don't want to find yourself in a marriage that cannot survive that transition when you now decide, because you'll see it even like with the older men, like when they were younger, they don't care about Christ, but like over time you see them being more devout Christians. Like,
and I've seen the opposite also. I've seen people who start off devout Christians and then like certain life experiences or things happen, they're like, you know what, I don't know if I really believe in this Jesus of a person anymore. And then now they decide to like switch it up. So I mean, the same kind, people do change. So like, I mean, the same thing you're saying, oh, you guys start off as whatever and then they change. Yeah, they could start off as something and change too. Like they could start off Christian and then decide, you know what, I don't want to be Christian. Yeah. So I think what should be the primary focus is, do we have similar ideals? And I think they necessarily do, right? For him to be Christian, she's him, that's such an extreme, right? And then for them to still come together, y'all are not even devout in y'all faiths. I guarantee you that, bro.
Yeah. When he said that on TV, like, you know, he's still hoping for her to convert. Like I was just like, oh my God. I would be so upset if my husband put it in that, because at this point, after 3 kids, I expect you to have already accepted the fact that I'm not changing my ways. And it's like, now you've put this pressure on this marriage. Can this marriage survive not that the non-conversion? Like, can this marriage really go through it and eventually it doesn't come into place?
I feel like part of the reason he would even say that is because of external pressure, right?
That's true.
Because, bro, you didn't care enough to still marry her.
Yeah.
Right? As a Hindu, like, but like, you're in the public eye, you're a politician. Like, people's opinions are in your ear constantly and just saying stuff. So it's going to get to you at some point. And it would probably just make it easier if she was to convert, for him at least. Yeah. It would make it easier if she was to be like, you know what? I renounced my old faith. I'm now a Christian. It would make things so much easier for him. Does he really even care about it for real, for real? I don't think so. I'm almost certain he doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't care about it. Yeah. It's just about what other people are saying.
And here's the thing too, the group he is representing, the Conservative Party, you know, Republicans.
Yeah, and that's crazy, bro. Like,
they constantly, his followers constantly bring this up. Like, you know, like very negative comments towards her. And even when he posts pictures of his kids, they still go after the kids, because it's like, there's a lot there that doesn't align with who they really are. And so, you know, I feel like when it comes to marriage, it's already hard enough. You're now in the public eye. You're now a politician. I feel like he should just find a clever way to avoid that question entirely, and find a way to let people know this is your life. You've accepted it. You love her for who she is. Because right now it's looking messy, because this religion issue, it's not going away with this couple. And I'm just like, look, y'all leave JD Vance alone when it comes to his marriage. Usha is happy where she is. And the more they keep bringing it up, it's like this pressure on him, because on a normal, if he was a Democrat, we wouldn't have an issue with that, right? Because it's like, everybody under our umbrella, no judgment. But because of the party he represents, I feel like this issue is not going to go away. And his own people would keep bringing it up.
I'm going to confess something. I didn't even know who the damn vice president was. I ain't even going to lie to you.
Oh, my goodness.
I ain't going to lie to you, man.
Oh, my God. OT.
I ain't even going to lie. Because
you got to pay attention, my friend.
Bro, I damn near forgot we had one. That's how crazy it was. I just thought, think Trump and Trump alone. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Usha. She's under pressure a lot. And, you know, unfortunately, I hope that relationship can survive not having shared religious beliefs. Moving right along. So earlier, you know, like we were talking about mothers and making a choice between full-time parenting and then pursuing their careers. And of course, this is the modern age. You know, women are chasing their dreams. Women are wanting to be more educated. In fact, you have more women in colleges graduating now more than men. This dynamic, has it changed how men see dating and relationships? Are men still going for women who are career oriented, or are men more interested in women who are more family oriented?
I can't really speak for men. Me personally, I want to have a 2-income household. I don't want to just be the sole breadwinner. No, I want my wife to have something she's doing. Like, it doesn't even have to be a job. Even if she has like a business or something, you need to start bringing in something into this household. Because I believe, you should have a fair share, or like at least you should have a say in how things operate. But if I'm the one paying for everything, we're not get say. Like, that doesn't make sense. Logically, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm paying 100% of everything. You're not working.
But she's taking care of the kids. I feel like that is of equal value.
It's
because
not.
it is.
It's not.
Because if you have 3 kids and we decide, let me go and put those.
What if
kids
we have
in
one
daycare.
kid? What if we have one kid? Does this change?
That still takes time away from work.
It's not that much work.
I couldn't do a full-time job until my son was about 5 years old when I can put him in school. Before that, all I could do.
And you weren't working?
I always worked. But I worked a part-time job.
Okay.
So I wasn't even manifesting my fullest potential.
So let me ask this. If you weren't working and you were at home alone, right, taking care of the kid while the man is at work and everything, do you think that's a lot of work?
It is still of equal value.
No, it's not.
Because when you go in you don't know, but daycares cost about $1,100 to $1,200 a month for just one child. And you're not going to want just one child. You're going to want like 2 or 3 because that child has to.
I really want one, but go ahead.
Please don't put your child through that. I have that and you don't want that. That's really sad. It really is. Like right now I have to drop him off at like other families that have like multiple kids.
So he can
he can have friends. Yes. Like loneliness. Anyways, back to what we're saying. Like, of course, you have kids based on what you can afford, but the more you have now, the more expensive it is. And then you're looking at like health insurance is about like $800 just between you and your child. Like there's so many expenses that comes with that. And so at the end of the day, you as a family, you saying, wifey, stay home and take care of that child saves you about $1,200 a month. Now, if you choose, hey, wife, you want to go to work, now we have to put that child in daycare. So to me, that is of equal value because somebody has to stay home unless you have grandparents that, would want to watch their grandkids.
All right, I don't have no kids, so right, I can't even really speak to this, but can you let me know what part of like raising a child, like being at home alone with the child is hard? What aspect?
Oh my God. So I know a lot of men like you don't know because you guys are single, right?
I don't have any kids.
But watching kids, it means you literally watching them. You watching them play. Okay. You're feeding them. You're clothing them. You're cleaning up after them. Okay. You're teaching them because before they go to school, you want to start them off.
So because it's a long list, right? Let's just break these lists down. So watching them, that's with your eyes, right?
That's right. You
have to keep an eye on them. So you're sitting and you're observing.
Because those little.
Because you're right now, you're sitting and you're observing. Yeah. Right? You're not straining yourself. So watching, sitting, observing. Okay, changing them, right? Kids are not shitting every second. They shit maybe once every few hours, right? You gotta change a diaper. How long does it take to change a diaper?
Oh my God.
No, I'm just gonna break this down.
You change
hold on.
Minimum 8 to 10 diapers.
Okay, cool.
A day.
Cool. Let's say 10 diapers a day. How long does it take on average to change one diaper?
It depends on how much the kid is going to the restroom.
Okay, no, like on average, I'll say like 10 minutes to change a diaper.
It's
like
less than that, like 5 minutes.
But let's say it's like every time they got some explosive diarrhea. I'm just trying to give worst case scenario to show you how this shit's not that crazy. Okay. So they got explosive diarrhea. You changing 10 diapers, right? 10 diapers a day, right? 10 minutes. That's 10 times 10. That's 100 minutes, which is what, an hour and 40 minutes. Right?
Are you kidding me?
Hold on. That's an hour and 40 minutes worth of diaper changing. Now, feeding. They eat 3 times. Let's say.
Who's cooking that food? Who's preparing? You gotta add that in there.
Okay, cool.
You gotta cook it?
Cool. These are kids. You're buying pretty much jar food. You're not necessarily cooking for kids.
Unless you're trying to go organic.
Okay. Because I know how you are.
Vegetables.
That's fine. I know how you are. So we need to make these things specific, right? How old is this child?
We're talking from baby. It doesn't matter.
For a baby.
0 to 5.
0 to 5.
Yeah.
0 to 5. Yeah. Okay, 0 to 5.
When you have kids, everything shuts down.
Hold on now.
You and I are going to revisit this topic when you have your first child.
No, of course.
Because most men that have kids will tell you that kids need complete attention.
I'm not debating that.
You can't even do anything.
Bro,
my son now is 11 years old.
You've missed my point. My point
I'm saying it's of equal value.
No, my point is that it's not. My point is that the workload is not as much as you guys make it out to be.
Hey.
Is what my point is. Now I can understand how it gets more hectic the more kids are involved, right? But still with that, it's not that crazy.
Oh my God.
Raising kids. It really isn't. Like I can tell you, bro, my brother got kids, right? And if he had to pick between, okay, sit at home and watch these kids, don't work, you gonna pick that, bro.
Nah.
Dog, I can guarantee you that shit, bro.
Nah.
If I had to pick between going to work clocking. These are your kids that they came out your nutsack, bro. Like, these your people. You feel me?
So you're saying that you can be a stay-home dad?
Well, with ease. I will thrive. I'll be a better stay-at-home parent than you would be. I can guarantee that shit.
The quality of stay-home dad this
First of all. This my thing is, I feel like
I would never leave my kid with you.
That's
we
bullshit.
are cleaning the house. We are cleaning after that child. You guys will leave the dishes in the sink. Yeah, you fed the child, but you leave the dishes in the sink.
So cleaning and what else?
You're giving them food. And what you're giving them, you're not even making real food. You're giving them noodles. Okay, how hard is it to make noodles? Like, you guys are not even teaching the kids. Yes, there is a time for lessons. You buy books and you sit there and go through it with your child, and then you reinforce it with videos of that book that you taught your child, because now you become a teacher for your kid. And then after dealing with the child and you burp them and you put them to sleep, you think you're free now? No, you're not free. But as a man, you think you're free. As a woman, we'll be like, oh, we have laundry to do. Oh, we have to mop the house. We have to vacuum the house. You guys are not thinking about all those details. You guys are so one-track minded. Like, oh, the child is in and it's not time to go play video games. That's what y'all do.
You know, women, you guys have this ability to like make things seem more than what they are by adding little irrelevant details, right? Because all those things you mentioned are things that could be handled in a timely fashion. These are the things. My whole point is this, right? This thing is very simple, right? But you guys try to amplify and over exaggerate the value.
No,
it is because
have you washed the clothes that your child has been using?
You know, when you say this washcloth, people would think this is our grandmother's time. They go use hand, they wash hand. Not just, do you know what laundry? Do you know what laundry? I understand, but do you know what laundry entails in America? You separate the cloth, white and colors. First load, second load, or however many loads, but you put them inside machine go do one for you. Your work is putting it in the machine, right? No, hold on. That is the work load. I've done laundry. I do my own laundry.
And then
if you're doing laundry for a whole household, right? Okay, it take longer but something is doing this thing. You go put up for laundry, go waka comot, go do other things.
And then what will happen after?
What will happen? You come back and put it inside dryer. Then when you finish drying, you fold it. How long does it take? That is not work.
Are you folding?
That is not work.
But that is work. To you, it is not work, but that is work.
See,
and that is after cleaning your house. That is after putting the dishes away. I hand wash my dishes. I don't put it in washer to wash my dishes. So things, you may look at it like, oh, all of this does not take time. All of it takes time because there's 3 meals a day that you are making, not just for your child, but you're also making it for yourself. You're also making it for your husband. After that, you are cleaning after all of them. So not just cleaning once a day, you are cleaning 3 times a day.
Okay, cool.
Not just washing. You are washing 1 time, 2 times, 3 times a day.
You know, this talking like this makes it sound like it's small work, but it's really not.
We have to calculate it.
We still never finished the list. We still never finished the list, though. We still never finished the list. Okay, so we said cleaning, then changing diaper.
Yes.
Then blending of yam.
We've not taught. Remember, teaching time.
We still have to try to attribute time to all these different activities. Yeah. So now with the cooking, how long do you think it will take you to cook since you're claiming you cook every day, which nobody does. But we
make food every day.
Make food. Microwaving it is considered making food. But anyways, that's
still time.
So now that won't be time. Okay. Now let's say microwave, because the thing is, you want to be very real and very honest.
I'm not.
Hold on.
Food for myself too.
Preparing food.
Yeah.
When you say this, preparing food.
Yes, preparing food.
Are you talking about cooking? Eat?
Both.
Okay. Now, so when you cook every day. Or do you prepare food every day?
No,
because preparing is microwaving it now.
Yes.
So you did microwave food.
Yes.
Now that's what you're counting as work.
But we also
people seeing this thing.
Soup. When we're making soup and poundo, you still have to cut the yams. You still have to.
But you go microwave the soup now.
Yeah, you microwave.
And then making the yam is not hard work. You're boiling yam.
It's still 20 minutes.
No, you're boiling yam to blend it. That is not work now.
But that is still time being
okay.
That you still have to do.
No problem. But you do that twice a week, as you said. How long does it take to blend one portion of yam for feeding?
That's why I said it takes about 20 minutes.
So in 2 times in a week, that is 40 minutes.
Yes.
So let's say
we're not doing weekly calculations. We're only focused on one day.
So this is like twice in a week. So you could now divide that 7 by 2. You have to get the decimal point of how much work you have accumulated for this food portion now.
Look,
See,
okay.
wait.
I'm not saying men cannot do it. I'm saying that women do it better.
No.
Anybody can
That's
do
that's where
it.
you've missed it. The bone of contention. That's not the bone
You
of.
guys do not look at all those details.
No.
When we say you guys are staying at home, you guys are not doing what we women
Emma,
are
you're
doing.
missing the whole point. I need you to stay on track.
Okay, what is
Stay
your
on
point?
track. The whole point is that it is easier. Is the whole point.
What is easier?
Staying at home,
No,
being a
it's
stay-at-home
not.
parent
No,
is
it's
easier.
not.
That is the whole point.
No. OT, at the end of the day, ultimately, a stay-home mom is doing as much work as a working man. Accept it or leave it.
Bullshit.
Accept it or leave it. You men must give us our credit.
Bullshit.
All my ladies out there understand what I'm saying. Leave all these men, oh. They are
It's
simplifying things, but we all know.
bullshit.
We all know.
You know what? You know what I'm going to do this week?
Go and,
Emma, you know what I'm going to do this week?
what are you going to
I'm
do?
going
What am I
to
going to
hit up all my married friends
Yeah.
who are active fathers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And ask them on their take on this.
Okay. No problem.
Yes, I won't bring them on. This ain't over with.
We
Don't
are
think you
done.
won this.
I
I'm gonna let it slide right now, but you ain't won this.
Won this
Bullshit.
because women understand. You ladies, you understand what I'm saying. These men, they will clean and they'll say, "Oh, I cleaned it," but we all know that we are still seeing the dirt that they don't see. They will say they vacuum, but we
This
know
is
they did
a
not
prime
vacuum
example of-
under the couch.
This is a prime example. You
They
cannot
do
make woman
not-
happy.
They do not vacuum inside the couch.
They
for
will
us to
find
know.
what is wrong.
They did not wash the pillows on the couch.
Next thing they go tell you, say, you know, iron bed sheets.
Trust me.
You
we
didn't
know
iron her
how this
pants.
Goes. Ladies, no. Don't worry, Oti. I'll give you the crown. You know, we women have to let you guys, yeah, sure you won.
No.
But we know the truth.
I don't need that.
We
I don't need that
know
pity. This
the
thing.
truth.
You
We know the
no.
truth.
This is to be
When
continued.
a man cleans your house, you know it. When a woman cleans, you
In
know
there,
it.
this is to be continued. Huh?
Well, Oti, I tell you what. Next time,
Mm-hmm.
we'll bring moms and dads and we'll talk about it online. Okay? You
I
guys
agree with
stay
that.
tuned.
I agree with that.
Because I don't think any of us are gonna give up our positions here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So moving right along, a lawyer posted and tweeted a scary statistic that 90% of men are no longer, when they are victims of paternity fraud, 90% of men do not stay with the child. They do not stay with the child. Once they find out the child is not theirs, they move on, regardless of how old the child is. And Oti, I find that to be quite disturbing. Disturbing because let's say the child is 10 years old. How can you erase 10 years of memory just because that child was not yours? Someone that was calling you father, somebody that you were changing their diapers, somebody that you were feeding. How can you automatically detach those emotional feelings? I feel like that's I understand the pain, but that's almost kind of heartless. What do you think?
It's so crazy how the real heartless thing is what we're overlooking. That you pinned another human's child on me. That is heartless. That is actually very disgusting behavior. But we're gonna overlook that and focus on the man that got spited, right? And his reaction to your actions. And it now becomes about his reaction, not about your actions of being a whore. It's not even about that. It's now about him reacting to the whorish ways.
You see the problem right there. You have automatically judged a woman that she was being a whore.
She got pregnant by another person and pinned it on me. That's whore behavior.
That is not whore behavior because you don't know the details. You don't know if she was essayed. You don't know if she was having a drunken night and she didn't know where she ended up on the bodega. You don't know anything that happened.
Okay.
You don't even know if maybe
I love this.
She used IVF and she thought it was yours, but it ended up being a doctor's. That maybe she doesn't know.
Okay.
These things happen, and we don't even give room for the woman to give you an explanation. Instead, all you're just like, oh, she's being a whore. I have
God.
to leave her.
I'm
How
losing
can
brain
you do
cells.
that?
What's going on right now, Emma?
Oti, you tell me. How can you
What?
just leave a child that have been calling you dad for 10 years? That is
Okay.
mean.
Let's
That
clear
is
something up.
mean.
Let's clear something up. First of all, right? If I was to be in a relationship,
Yes.
I'll marry somebody,
Yes.
and I find out 10 years later after marriage that this child that I've been raising is not my own.
Yes.
I've already bonded with the child.
Yes.
Based on who I am, I might
Yes.
not leave that child.
Okay.
Right? I will still want to have a relationship.
Thank you.
But any guy who decides I don't want to do it again, I fully understand that, because you have to also understand this. One thing you women are overlooking is a man, because the general consensus is men's feelings don't mean shit. This man is spited, bro. That's a very painful thing to go through as a man. Bro, you've been raising a human being, a child, that you bonded with this child for 10 years. You've been raising this child. You invested money, time, emotion, everything to this child. So now find out it's not even your own. You've been deceived. And then now you don't even get the luxury of feeling whatever emotions. Because think about feelings, right? You don't control how the feeling comes. You control how you react to the feeling, right? So now you're feeling this emotion of anger, betrayal, all kinds of things, right? But because your feelings don't matter as a man, you're not even allowed to feel them. And however you feel is irrelevant, because now society has dictated how you're supposed to feel as a man. It's your own feelings. You feel how you feel. And if you're feeling how you're feeling, that feeling is like, I can't do this. There's some people who they don't have it in them. Like just that, knowing that information of this is not your child, it alters the whole pH balance of his brain self. He doesn't even know how to wrap his head around, like, how do I care for this child actively? Yeah, you can't, and that's a big thing. But the thing is, nobody cares about men's feelings. Your feeling as a man, No, listen. Your feeling as a man means nothing. That's
not true.
No, it is. It does. You actually just validated my whole point. No. It doesn't, right? Because if it does, you wouldn't sit here talking about how a man is reacting to his feelings. He look, and his feelings. Hold on. His feelings. This is about being lied to, because when you last started giving us example, you don't know if it's IVS or she was raped. We're not talking about those examples.
But those things happen.
I get that,
you
but that's
automatically thought that maybe this child was from infidelity, or maybe
okay. So we can direct this thing on a normal, sensible track.
Okay.
The DNA thing we're talking about now, right? Yes. Is it about a woman cheating and then the child is
it can be,
or is it? No. I don't want to. It could be. Let us know which one we're focused on now.
Okay.
Because if we're going to focus on,
they didn't give any specific examples of how this child was.
But the general consensus.
But you automatically said she had to be a whore, and I said there are outliers that do not fit into the whore perspective or narrative. And mistakes happen, accidents happen, and things come out to be, or maybe the child was even switched at the hospital.
Okay, cool.
But now you are saying that forget 10 years of investing in that child emotionally, physically, financially, all because you now find out, it wasn't yours in the first place. Boom, that's it, you're done. Forgetting the fact that this child only knows you as their father. To me, I feel like, I care about how you feel. Yes, you can feel whatever type of way, but if I did not do this to you on purpose, why are you automatically abandoning this child?
Right. So you've heard the saying, mother's baby, father's maybe, right? So when you have a kid, we know it's your kid, right? You know for a fact it's yours. You felt that love. You felt it come out your body, right? Yeah. So you know that's yours. I don't necessarily know how I planted that in there. There's no way to know but DNA, right? Now, in this example you gave, right? So I can clear things up. I'm going off this whole notion. I'm going to say, paternity fraud or whatever is alluding to the fact of, a woman cheated or did something, right? Yeah. And tried to pin this baby on this guy, knowing that it's not his own. Yeah. Right? So now, those aspects of rape and
SA,
that's what
IVF,
all those other things, right? Now, if those things happen and she did not tell the guy, right?
But what if she didn't know?
So she don't know, say she get raped.
Maybe she did, but she didn't know that it was going to result.
What are we talking about now?
Maybe she did not know it was going to result into that. There's some women who would not tell
No. For example,
she's ashamed.
So
I don't want my boyfriend to think I slept with another man. So let me just.
So now, what is he going to think? That's foolishness. Because now
it's not foolishness.
It is. I'm about to show you. Marriage or boyfriend? But marriage. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you how it is foolishness. Okay. Right, and I need you to stay on track with this. Okay. Try your hardest. Try very hard. Okay. So now, this woman got essayed. Yeah. Right? She's aware it happened, it occurred. And she's aware, right? This person didn't use protection. This can lead to potential pregnancy or something, right? Okay. After it happened, she decided, I won't tell my husband because maybe I'm feeling shame or whatever reason she has, right? Why she won't tell him. Then she now realizes, I'm pregnant. and she's aware, I got essay though. So this thing could be that guy where essay me, he own. And she's still deciding, I won't tell my husband, right? Because of whatever feeling she's feeling, that make it more valid, right? So now, 9 months go by, the baby is now born. The guy now does DNA. Because maybe he comes out, baby looking, the baby is light skinned, I'm dark skinned. Or whatever reason, he feels it's not my own. He now goes and does DNA test. It now comes out it's not his own. And now at this point, it's now where you now feel the fear have not left your body now. You can now open up and say, oh, they essay me before. Right? And now he's supposed to now take that with validity. When the time for it to be valid is when it happened, you tell him, almost see what's up. Then he now, after that, he will now, if he's a good guy, he'll console you, oh, sorry, but I'll be there for you. Then later, you now say, oh, I'm pregnant. He will not be like, they say this day, she get pregnant. You know, the chances of him even staying is even heightened at that point. If you let him know, he now has he cannot make an informed decision and decide, okay, I love this woman, I feel raise them as my own. I'll forge ahead with it. But you've now put him in a situation where you don't have that luxury anymore. Because now everything you say looks like bull. You got essayed, you never told me. And you know how, first of all, let's even look deeper. Let's even look deeper into this. You got essayed by somebody, obviously raw because a pregnancy don't enter. And you now slept with me. After that, you didn't even inform me. You put me at risk. But your feelings is valid. Your feelings is valid now. Abi, right? Whatever happens, it doesn't mean anything because now you the essay. So it's only you that your emotions valid. But the essay where they essay you as my wife, the repercussions of it, I'm not feeling it, but it doesn't matter to me. My feelings on it is irrelevant because I'm a man. Now you when they essay, right? So that's what I'm saying. Your feelings, a woman's feelings, holds more water than a man in society. Our feelings don't mean shit. And the sooner every man out there understands this, right? Your feelings only mean stuff to you. Nobody else. So you figure out how you can deal with your feelings. Whatever is best for you. Don't worry about it's you. Because nobody sent your papa. Nobody sent your papa at all. You see this person, they really Eva, you shocked me today.
No, you have shocked me because
you shocked me today.
Let's look at this from another perspective. So you are telling me now that every SA victim must report immediately.
If she's married, if she's sensible and she's married.
Let's say married, let's say not married. You don't know any kind of situation. You don't know how bad it was. You don't know how brutal it was. You don't know the kind of fear you have put in that woman to not be able to trust you with that information. You are not even considering that. Now you are saying that there's a statute of limitation when it comes to timing. That as soon as it happens, you must tell me. So you want me to relieve my trauma immediately? Why not just put it on? So
you want to relieve your trauma later now? Because you go relieve them eventually.
How about I'm trying to forget about this trauma?
But Pekin don't come and the Pekin will be my own. So now you cannot forget it.
The baby was going to come. You have now forgotten the love that you have for me. You've now forgotten the fact that I was faithful to you. You now forget the fact that if I'm going here, she's here. I trust this, I trust that. You have forgotten all of that because now it no longer matters because a baby came out of me refusing to leave that trauma.
No, you see the way you
have now put it that women don't care about your feelings. God. You have now put it in.
My body's peppering me.
Don't care about your feeling because we don't want to relieve our trauma. I think it is unfair for you as a man to automatically say, wow, she was a whore. And that is how this child came. And now forget you that have built years of trust with. Forget this child that I've even also bonded with. I think that men really need to look within themselves and say, what makes a true father? Is it that you came out of me or the emotions and the time I have invested in you? What really makes a father a father? Because there are men that actually produce children that still do not bond with those children as much as their stepfathers. So instead of you to look at it from that wonderful wonderful perspective. Like, hey, this child may not have come out of me, but this child sees me as a father. I have been the only father he knows. You not even consider that. Automatically, you have labeled her a whore. You have also labeled the child a bastard because now it's no longer yours. How can you be so quick to erase two people that mean the world to you so fast, OT?
So now I don't want this to sound like I'm not sympathetic to SA victims, right? Because that's a very heinous crime, But the whole point of this is, if that was the case, right? You are SA'd, right? Horrible situation, man. My heart goes out to you. But there are ways to manage this thing. You're married, though. This is what I call a married person. This is not like boyfriend, girlfriend. You're married. This is your husband. This is supposed to be your person. If there's anybody you're supposed to be able to tell or open up to like that, is him.
What if this was an extremely religious man that does not, like, he married you a virgin and he doesn't want to hear that kind of story?
Okay. So now let's think about this logically. Let's think about this logically. Yes. Okay, cool. Now that's how the man is, right? Let's think about it logically. So that man, regardless, gonna leave you if he knows when it happened, at the beginning of when it happened, or 10 years later when he do DNA test. Either way, he gonna leave you.
Once again,
so no, based on that guy, no,
are heartless.
Cool. But this is my thing. This is my thing, right? What I'm saying is not heartless. I can see why you're saying it's heartless because you've built a bond with them. But then you have to also understand this, though, right? Some people, right? That's just that little information changes a lot. It's like, let me give you an example now. You're married to somebody, right? You guys have been married for 15, 20 years. Let's say 20 years, right? You now find out on the 20th year, this guy cheated on you in the first year.
Or maybe
hold on. He cheated on you in the first year, and he never cheated again. After he felt so bad, and he's like, I'm never doing this again. And he's been faithful for the last 19 years.
Yeah.
Would that 1 year affect everything?
No.
I feel like you said that because you want to win this conversation. But most women,
no.
That 1 year, they cannot overlook that fact that you cheated on me. They will be so gung-ho on it. They will forget that, this 19 years you are faithful. That 1 year where you fuck up, they will be so on it.
I just feel like, OT, at the end of the day,
Okay.
To me, what you're saying is only valid if that woman has been a cheater and she has a pattern of cheating. But I feel like once we hear paternity fraud, we automatically assume that is a woman who is purposely pinning another child.
Because most of the time, that's exactly what it is.
Looking at other factors that can.
So you're trying to tell me
to that.
So you're trying to tell me
we don't have the stats on the circumstances as to what is causing this to happen.
So because we don't have the stats, that's why you now lean.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Hold on. I need to hold on. Because we don't have the stats.
Yeah.
You now want to lean towards the fact that the stats could be like this. Because we don't have the stats.
Yeah.
You now want to lean to it could be from rape. Because we don't have the stats. But it can't be it's really from women out here creeping.
Yeah.
All right.
Until we have the stats, we cannot just judge automatically that women are just going around lying. What about men that keep their kids a secret? They have a second family out there.
Yeah, but they still take care of the kid. You ain't taking care of the kid.
But at the end of the day, you kept it a secret.
Yeah, but okay, cool, right? But he still took care.
But you would still expect us to accept that child.
No, we don't.
But no, let's bring him part of the family.
You don't have to accept the child.
No, but that's what you guys would expect. To me, it's almost like the same thing. Like, you could easily be the one to make the mistake and go and get another woman pregnant, and then you don't tell me. Now the kid is 10 years old and ours is 15 years old. Now you prop up a kid on me. Do you want me to now erase the 10 years, the 15 years I've built with you just because of this one child? No. And that's my whole point. That you can sit up here and you say, I know the baby is yours, but that baby maybe is not mine. I would still love that child because it's still a part of you. That's my whole idea.
Let me go back to this point. That example I brought up earlier, right? Of if the guy cheated in the first year of marriage and then you find out 19 years later.
Yeah.
Now, you said you wouldn't leave. You wouldn't throw it away.
No.
But do you understand that there are women who would throw it away because of that?
Of course.
Okay, now, those women who throw it away, do you understand their point of view?
That means they didn't love him. They didn't. If you really loved that man, you would accept him flaws and all. After all, you all made a vow.
Because she said we don't know the stats, I want to give her stats.
We
that
don't
we
know
know.
the stats.
I know. Now I want to give you stats we know. Do you know the number one, the women who cheat the most in the world are Nigerian women? These are stats.
I don't
Comparable
know
stats. I know you don't know. I know you don't know. But
who is keeping
you're holding your phone.
Who is keeping
You're holding your phone. You're holding your phone.
Producing this stats.
You're holding your phone.
How did they do that study?
Hold on. You're holding your phone. Look it up. Look up the stats. Women, which nationality of women cheat the most? You will see them with your own eyes. And this is for like 4 years consecutively running. Right? Nigerian women, number one.
Cheat the most. That is a crazy question because how do you even figure out that stat?
No, these are stats because I did internet.
Thank you.
What does it say?
And I'd like to read this.
Read it. What does it say?
There is no reliable or ethical way to say one nationality of women cheats more than the other. Oh, those claims can come from biased surveys.
Let me see. Maybe if you didn't recite this by yourself.
Articles or social media.
No, I'm not saying my own eye. I'm not saying my own eye.
Read
I don't believe you.
Read it because there's no such study. That is what I'm saying, guys. That those stats.
Now, ChatGPT, you ask. I said ask Google.
Yes.
Ask Google.
Oh, okay.
She asked ChatGPT. Go to Google. Type Google. Ask Google.
Okay.
What manner of nonsense?
Yes. What nationality? And Google will tell you the same thing. What nationality of women cheat the most? Google will still tell you the same thing. Oh, okay.
What does it say?
Let's look at it. All right. Thailand leads with one of the most highest infidelity rates, with some studies reporting a 51% infidelity rate amongst married people. Though this can be attributed to a complex mix of cultural practices and economic factors. And I want to say something once again.
Your iPhone is fake.
We don't even.
It's fake iPhone. It's not real iPhone. She used to.
Yeah, not serious. And I don't even believe this stat because how do you calculate that? Do you look at like divorce records? And if you're looking at divorce records, it's not as if are you like how many what is the group size that you are using, and then how are you comparing it to other countries? Even Google, I don't even agree with this. It goes first Thailand, then Denmark, then Germany, and then France. I don't even believe
that list
this
is
stat.
so skewed.
That you see,
I swear it's so skewed.
This man does not like this man thinks the worst of Nigerian women. At the end of the day, I don't even believe these stats. I don't, because how do you
people watching this, right? Have probably seen these same stats I saw, right? Where they said Nigerian women, and I'm pretty sure our producer Bodhi has seen these stats too. Where they put it out there. Nigerian women ranked highest in the number one infidelity rate, bro. I swear to God, bro. This is like stats. Like I've seen this with my eyes.
If that's the case, what is contributing?
So why I bring that up, right? Yeah. It's now if this is the demographic, these demographic of women are ranked number one in infidelity. Wouldn't it make sense that paternity fraud would be kind of connected to that? Or they would somehow be connected?
You have not shown me this article, and I don't know how they did their study.
You know what, Emma? You win this one. Because I'm gonna let you win this one.
See those stats.
It's fine. But all the dudes out there watching, you know what it is, bro. And I know they all on my side. And there's some of the women on your side who really thinking, you know what, Jay's making a lot of sense. And it's cool.
Nigerian women that I know are conservative. They're highly religious. They don't even like sex like that. So I don't even know where these stats are coming. It's hard for me to believe. I'm sorry.
Let's even look at another stats. Nigeria's, can you agree Nigeria is the highest populated country in Africa?
Yeah.
How does population grow?
And in fact, and dare I say, even the population there, they don't even have the true accurate number for the Nigerian population.
So Nigeria might not be number one in population?
No, they say right now it's like, 250 million living in there? I think it's even more because there is no real way. There's no census. All right, cool. But even the Nigerian government, they don't even
So you don't agree that Nigeria is the number one populated country in Africa?
They say it is. But
that's not what I asked. I didn't ask about what they say. I'm asking you yourself. Do you believe, it's a yes or no, right? Do you believe Nigeria is the number one populated country in Africa?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
but
hold on, wait. Now I'm going somewhere. Wait.
Back it up. The stats aren't there.
Emma, you're making me burn calories.
The stats aren't there. They don't do the census. Show me the data. I am all about the data. If you can show me the data, then I'll believe you. How can a country that has no census on a 10-year basis or a 5-year basis really know how many people are really living in there? And guess what? The government does not even really want to know the real number of people living in Nigeria. So I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so this is how we're gonna end the show. I'm gonna end it with saying my father was right.
About what?
You don't argue with the woman. You don't. It's pointless. You're not gonna win.
Oh my God.
And I'm starting to see the wisdom.
Oh my goodness. OT.
I see the full wisdom in that, right? So, with that being said, you got it, Emma. You got it, man. I'm burnt. My titties are sweating from this conversation. I'm arguing something out my neck. I'm moist under the sweater. All right, so.
OT. So moving right along. So it's the concept of, traditional gender roles. Is it now outdated, or do you think it's still valuable in modern families? And when I say like traditional gender roles, like now it's changing, dynamics are changing in relationships, men and women, everyone is working. Mm-hmm. And so now some of these roles have changed. So are those traditional gender roles, do you think it's outdated, or do you think it's still valid in today's age?
I mean, it's still valid because, there's a reason they existed, right? But the world is changing, so you kind of have to change with the world. So you just pretty much got to figure out what works for you, right? Mm-hmm. Now, like, as far as being like for example, it's like stay-at-home wife. If I had to pick, I would honestly pick being a stay-at-home father versus going to work every day. It's easier work. It's not that much work.
How do you think your friends will see that? Like, would you be proud to say, hey, guys, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I don't go to work. Like, do you think your friends would judge you, or you don't think they'll judge you?
I don't really give a damn about my friends' opinions. I care about what my wife thinks.
Okay.
And that would be the opinion that really matters. If she can still respect me. Yeah. And then that's really all I care. I don't care about people gonna talk. Like,
for me, I don't know. Like, for me to decide, okay, for us to decide, okay, husband, you can be a stay-at-home dad. It would have to be a situation where maybe I've gotten this big job and I really just cannot be around. And so we're making so much money that whatever money he wants to make is nothing compared to what I'm about to make. And then that would be okay. But even with that, like, it's a thing with me. I need the man to work. So you wouldn't be able to respect him? I don't think I would be. I don't think I would be. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. My dad, he took over from my mom because my mom was like super workaholic. Like he assisted her a lot, and we were pretty much raised by my dad over here. And so it was a beautiful thing as a child, having your dad always around, right? But for me, there's a part of me that's still kind of like, no, I want my man to work. I don't want him to be at home. And so for me, those traditional gender roles, if society was not what it was and it forced women to work, I still believe a woman is a better nurturer, caretaker than a man could ever be. Men are just more fun to kids, but I don't think they have that love that women have. That nurturing thing. Yeah. And you guys can say, oh yeah, like you can be a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, anyone can be. But the quality of it,
I don't necessarily agree with that, though. I don't necessarily agree with that. And like, if you think about it, right? Being a stay-at-home parent, what all does it entail? It's not that much. It's not harder than like going to the office. Like, if you had to, like, the whole gender role, right? A woman stays at home, raises the kids, all of that, takes care of the home, and the man goes out to work and provide and stuff, right? I honestly think that you guys have the easier portion of that. I think staying at home is easier than going to work.
Okay. So let me ask you this, okay? we're in America, and you date African Americans. Okay. When it comes to assimilation, would you prioritize teaching your kids your culture, or would you rather them get used to what is here right now? Because there's this thing on social media where they're saying that more American kids are more likely to go back to Africa and take care of their father's properties than the ones that live in Africa and come to America. Like, they'll totally forget about Africa because they survived it and they don't want to go back. So you as a parent, let's say you had the opportunity to stay and train your kids, and would you push that cultural, your own culture, or would you want them to assimilate to the American culture more?
You know, it's very interesting, this question, because I'm in both parts, right? I moved here when I was young, right? Like, I was like 14 when I moved here.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the beginning phase of when I first moved here, my mindset was of like, forget everything back home in Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's in the past. This is where we are now. But then now, being here since then and growing up here, I feel like the other way. You know, I would want my kids to know about their culture, and, you know, stuff back home and stuff like that. So I feel like, but that's just me. I always feel like I'm in the middle of all of this because of, like, I consider myself like a hybrid. That's what I always call myself, right? So I always find myself in like these middle positions where I understand both sides, you know. But yeah, I would definitely want my kids to be into their culture and stuff like that.
But do you even think the environment allows that? Because I feel as if, even though we may wish it, I don't even feel like the environment allows us to raise our kids with that cultural pride per se. Like, Nigerians enjoy the idea of Nigeria in America, but not the actual Nigerian experience. And then
because the Nigerian experience is traumatizing. But go ahead.
But can we make it fun for them? Can we make it enjoyable for them? Can we, when you are now creating a life for your family, say, okay, I still want to give my kids the Nigerian experience. And so I'm going to prioritize, as I'm building here, I'm building there, so that maybe like Christmas and holidays, like we'll take our kids there for vacations and stuff so they can get used to that. Is that something you think?
I think we're mixing something. There's a difference between Nigerian experience and like exposing them to their heritage and their culture. Okay. The Nigerian experience is very traumatizing because Nigeria, plenty things will kill you. Like every day you go out, it's something that can just mess you up. Like that's the Nigerian experience, bro. Like there's a lot of things, right? You know what I'm saying? But then what I would teach them is more of like the culture, like, oh, these are our traditions, this is our language, and stuff like that, right? Yeah. The Nigerian experience, you don't need to go through that. Nobody needs to go through the Nigerian experience, honestly.
Nobody needs to go through the Nigerian experience.
Bro, it is very traumatic, bro. Do you know the first time I saw a dead body?
I know. You'll see them on the street.
Bro, I was like 12 or 11. I saw a dead body. I walked past it 3 days to go to school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the Nigerian experience. Like little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I got hit with Okada hits me one time. Yeah. Nigeria. Exhaust bumped my leg. That's the Nigerian experience. You know what I'm saying? That like a lot of like crazy stuff. Like,
so you don't feel like that environment is okay?
You don't need to experience that to feel Nigerian.
And I think,
or to connect.
I think you're only saying this too because you live here in Houston. And Houston, we have a large Nigerian population that you still feel a little bit of the Nigerian vibes here. And you're exposed to some form of community. But what if you live in a place like Ohio? You know what I mean? Where you won't find...
Bro, Houston isn't the only place I've lived. I've lived in another country also. So this is not even, it's just the Nigerian experience, bro.
How can you give your kids the Nigerian experience? If you
I don't want to give them the Nigerian experience. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you wouldn't want
to? I don't want to give them, I don't want to have them I want them to experience the Nigerian culture. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. I feel like the Nigerian experience is I want to say it's negative, but it has a lot of negative impacts, right? Because going through Nigeria is like you're surviving. So you learn a lot of survival tactics. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cool, but those things are deep rooted in like trauma and stuff like that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like I don't need them to have to go through that. Like that's not what makes you Nigerian. You know that, right? Like experiencing all that.
I feel like it does though.
No, that's not what makes you.
I feel like it does. There's no way. And I've seen kids raised here, Nigerian kids raised in Houston, and they are around, of course, other Nigerians. They're going to the churches, they're going to the clubs, they're eating the food, but there's still the American mentality, and it's not the Nigerian mentality. I feel like we that were born and raised in Nigeria, we have a different kind of understanding, a different kind of humility that kids raised here do not have. That hustle and drive that we come with, like, oh, in America, we must make it. We must hustle to succeed. I feel like it's lacking in America. In America, I've seen a lot of kids, they just come, I mean, they're born and raised here, and they have no drive. Like the typical American, like they just want to be regular. They just want to pay their bill. But they're not like, oh, I want to be the best. I want to be excellent in my field. They just want to live these normal life. Whereas we that was born and raised there, and I'm not speaking for everybody, of course, but like majority of us, I see a huge difference. Like the hustle, the drive, the focus that we have because of that escape mentality, survival mentality. We want to make it. We want to thrive. And so we will do anything to thrive, to make it. I feel like that's missing with kids raised here in America.
I think you're wrong. This is why I think you're wrong. Because, for example, you see people Nigerian kids who are born and raised here, right? And they stand out from the other American kids, like the African Americans. They stand out from the white kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they're born and raised here. They never lived in Nigeria. But what makes them stand out is because they've been exposed to the Nigerian culture from their parents. Their parents teach them about like, yo, you're different. You're not like everybody else out here. You know what I'm saying? They expose them to like your Nigerianness and like your culture and stuff like that, right? They didn't have to go through the Nigerian experience to be able to stand out. If you look at the stats, Nigerians are killing it out here, bro.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like most of the medical doctors, black medical doctors are Nigerian. And a lot of them born and raised here. It's not necessarily
that's what we don't know though. That's what the stats
Okay.
Were they born here? Or are they natural citizens, or were they naturalized?
All right, cool. You went to high school here.
Yeah.
Right. In your high school, y'all had like a lot of Nigerians.
Of course.
Was there high school? Okay. Now, the Nigerians, most of them were born here, for the most part. The ones who went to your high school, right? Now, was there a clear difference academically between those Nigerians and the other students in your school?
Sure.
Okay. They didn't go through the Nigerian experience.
Yeah.
But they were exposed to Nigerian culture.
Yes. But what I'm saying is
they didn't need the Nigerian experience to be able to thrive.
But what I'm saying is
they didn't need that trauma.
There is a huge difference. And when I say a huge difference is maybe majority of those ones that were raised here would just be okay with their bachelor's. And I noticed the ones that were brought from over here are like, I want to go beyond just those bachelor's.
I don't even agree with that.
Well,
because
from what we're talking about, my own class set.
We're pretty much the same class set, but go ahead.
No, I am 07. What are you?
08. That's
no way.
I'm 35, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like,
I didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? Women be feeling themselves.
I thought I was older than you.
I know, but we the same damn near, bro. What you talking about?
Okay. But I was supposed to be 06. So.
I mean, because you got held back. Because
I was bad, y'all. I was bad. I got influenced.
By the American experience.
No. But guess what? I would have been lost though. I really would have been. If God didn't intervene, if my parents didn't move me to where they moved me to, I would have really been lost in this system. I really would have been. But I say all that to say, at the end of the day, really, you're right. When it comes to, it's all about the parents and what the impact and what they impact with their kids. But I feel like there is a danger if you are not like on your kids, like 100%. Like if you're choosing to just work all the time and you neglect them, really the streets will teach them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That street influence is still there. And I don't want us to leave this thinking like, oh, okay, because they're born Nigerian, they're like, they're gonna have those values. I really feel like coming from Nigeria and having that hustler mentality, I really feel like it plays a huge role in a lot of us and the way we want to make it. But you're right, you don't need to take your kids to Africa to give them that. But I really feel like you're saying that because you're in Houston, and Houston reinforces our Nigerianness.
Bro, there are Nigerians everywhere.
No, but not like the way they are.
I know, but there are Nigerians everywhere.
When you are around so many Nigerians, like, you just can't get away from it. Like, it's in your face, and we will size you up. We will classify you. We will judge you.
That's so irrelevant to this argument, though.
Is.
Let me explain why.
Is.
So Nigerians in other cities and other states in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
They still stand out academically. They're not in a saturated Nigerian community, but they still stand out because they have Nigerian parents who make them aware of their cultural background. They don't need the Nigerian experience. They just need, to have that exposure to the Nigerian culture and letting them know, look, you different from everybody else out here, right? And tap into that. They don't need to have the Nigerian experience. It has nothing to do with being around Nigerians.
I feel like the environment really does matter.
Bro,
if you're in Ohio and you're not going to a church where your dad is coming to say, oh, see Timmy is doing this. Timmy is a honor roll student. He's just like you. Does he have two heads? And if you're in Ohio, who are you gonna compare your kid to?
Bro, you know who Godfrey is, the comedian? You ever seen that movie Soul Plane?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that guy, the Nigerian guy, right?
Yeah.
So recently he's been doing this podcast thing with like a bunch of different Nigerians here who are in Hollywood or celebrities and stuff, just the Nigerians who stand out, right? Even had that, what's that chick from Orange is the New Black? The crazy one. That was Uche something. She was on the podcast, right? And these people, none of them grew up in Texas. They all like up north, right?
That's a good example.
You get what I'm saying? And they were literally born and raised here. But what made them stand out academically? Uzo, something. That was our name. So they all stood out, and that's what they were talking about. How like being like they would sound proper, right, and not sound like hood, so to speak, right? And people were like, "Oh, but you're black and you sound proper, or whatever." It's because like you stand out differently because you're Nigerian. You got a different background. Your parents instilled that in you. You didn't have to go through the Nigerian experience. Do you get what I'm saying? They will speak about that because, like, oh, if you're in America, you're not. We can't accept you because you're American. You're not American enough because you're Nigerian. If you're Nigerian, you're not Nigerian enough because you're from America. They talk about that on there, right?
Those are real facts.
But yes, it is facts. And but how they were able to like stand out is because of their parents like exposing them to the culture and letting them know, like, you know what I'm saying, this is what it is. Like their exposure is not the same as the average African American or the average American. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You don't need that Nigerian experience.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Pepper Soup Room. I'm your host, Emma Emerson. This is my guy.
O.T. White, the defeated one.
You're not defeated. More guys will probably like you online. They might agree with you. They're definitely gonna come at me hard for sure, but that's okay. Like, that's why we're here. We're gonna give multiple opinions.
That's right.
But I know when you leave here, you would think about what I said, and you'd be like, Emma was right.
Never that. I could guarantee you, bro. Every time we get off the podcast, I never say that. I can swear by it. Thank you so much for watching the
Pepper Soup Room. Please like, share, subscribe. Please tell your friends, your neighbors, your auntie, everybody, okay? This is where it gets hot and spicy. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned, stay locked in right here.